Hello and welcome back to Sew Together January. If you're new here, I am Carolina, and throughout the month of January I decided to share with you a sewing tips every day on my Instagram and the free sewing tutorial every Sunday here on YouTube. If you are interested and you want to join the challenge, you can always sign up using the link down below. So every Sunday morning I will send you the list of material needed for each tutorial, even the pattern if you don't want to draft it yourself. So today is our second Sunday tutorial and I'm going to show you how to make an iPad case or even a Kindle case, you decide. They are really cute and easy to make, and at the beginning of this tutorial I'm going to show you how to draft the pattern so you can decide whether you want to make it for your iPad or your Kindle, and then the sewing process will be the same. Okay, so now we can grab our sewing machine and we can start this tutorial. For today's tutorial you will need some non-stretchy fabric with matching thread, and then you will need some fabric scissors, pins and chalk or a fabric marker, and finally some padding. To make our pattern, take your iPad or Kindle and add 2 cm to the right, left and to the bottom, then rotate it and add another 11 cm at the top, which will serve as the closure. Okay, now let's start cutting. First we need to cut 2 pieces, one for the outside and one for the lining, using the pattern we just made or the one I sent you by email. When cutting the padding, take the fabric and place it on top, then cut a rectangle, adding a few centimeters along all sides. I recommend using different scissors for these steps to avoid damaging your fabric scissors. Finally cut 2 more 25 x 4 cm rectangles of fabric to make the bows. So at the end we will have 2 rectangles of fabric, one for the padding and 2 small rectangles for the bows. Before sewing I recommend ironing each piece of fabric to make sewing easier later. Now we are going to start by making the 2 bows. First fold them on both sides and use an iron to fix them in place. Then fold the fabric back on itself, iron it again and sew along the entire length. At the beginning we want to backstitch to secure the seam, and when we reach the end, open the fabric, fold it on the short side and then close it again following the direction of the ironing. Now repeat the same step with the other bow. And now that our bows are ready, we can set them aside and proceed with the rest of the case. Take the padding and place the fabric you will use for the outside on top of it, with the good side of the fabric facing you. I'm going to sew parallel seams because I really liked, but if you want you can skip this step and move on to the next one. Before sewing you can help yourself in this step by pinning the fabric to the padding. So now, if like me you are going to make these seams, I recommend using this quilting guide bar, which you can easily attach to your sewing machine and adjust to how far apart you want the seams to be. I keep them 2 cm apart. At this point we can start sewing, always backstitching at both the beginning and at the end to secure the seam well. And this will be our final result. Now we proceed to secure the fabric to the padding along the entire perimeter, and we will use a seam allowance of about 5 mm. Now we want to use scissors other than those for fabric, and we will cut the excess padding before proceeding to the next step. And now take the fabric that will be used for the inside of the case and place it on top of the outer fabric. Then sew along the perimeter, leaving an opening of about 10 cm. Before sewing, I recommend pinning all 3 layers together. And now we will use a 1 cm seam allowance. we want to cut excess fabrics from the corners and the rounded edges to ensure that the fabric is distributed more evenly. And now we can turn everything to the right side of the fabric so that the padding remains hidden. Use your hands to flatten the seams as well, then close the part we left open by sewing along the entire perimeter a few millimeters from the outer edge of the case. At this point we need to attach the bows, close our case, and we are done. To attach it to the side, we will sew over the existing seams on both sides. Now to attach the bows, first mark the middle of the cover with a fabric marker or chalk, so that you know exactly where to sew them. Then take the first bow and fold the unfinished side over itself by about 1.5 cm and secure it with a pin. To secure it, first sew a rectangle covering the entire folded part and then an X to make the seam very strong. Do the same with the second bow and check that they were aligned before sewing. To sew the bow that is located where the case is folded over itself, I recommend removing the removable arm to make sewing easier. Okay, and here we have our iPad case. I hope that everything was as clear as possible to you, and if you might have any question, you can always comment down below, so I will get back to you as soon as possible. I'd love to see your creations, so please tag me on Instagram or send me a picture of your iPad or Kindle cases. I would really love to see them and to get inspired by you. As always, thank you so much for watching and for spending your time with me. I also want to say thank you to everyone who is joining the challenge, because at first I was quite anxious that no one was going to join it, but I'm really so happy that a lot of people are joining it, and I really hope that you can get inspired and that you're learning something. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. So yeah, thank you to everyone, and I hope you are having a beautiful day. We will see into our next sewing tutorial next Sunday. Bye!